but the average American eats out 5 days a week. That's a problem. What's up, guys? It's Manny Brandon with Manny's Fitness Fortress, the citadel of power. Guys, today we're going to talk to you about the obesity that's an epidemic in America. America is the most obese nation in the world, and today we're going to talk about the top 5 reasons why Americans are obese and 5 solutions. All that coming up right now. Are you ready? Make sure you guys check out GASPofficial.com. Check out all the gear. Check out the entire lifestyle. The number one reason why Americans are obese is most of the food is highly processed. Okay, and then there's very little food in there at all. After they take certain types of foods, especially grains and things with preservatives in them, and store shelf-stayed food, they're trying to increase the shelf life of food. So they're putting hydrogenated oils, cottonseed, and all types of other things in there to increase the shelf life. All right. Now, along with that, there's a lot of fat, sugar, and processed agents added to food to increase the shelf life, but also to increase the taste. That adds to further addiction, and we're going to get into that later. But that's the number one reason. The food is highly processed, and there's very little actual food in there at all. When you tap into the original state of the food, by the time it reaches the grocery store shelves and it's in a box or a bag or a package with sauce ingredients, it's decreased in nutritional value about 60%. The agenda right there is to beef up the marketing, beef up the sales. So you do that by adding hydrogenated oils, cottonseed, vegetable oil, corn oil. They've all been processed. They cause inflammation in the human body. That's cottonseed oils, grapeseed oils, you got vegetable oils, and corn oils. They all cause inflammation in the body and eventually lead to adipose tissue increase, which is fat tissue, and lead to diabetes and high blood pressure. Remember, guys, the healthy oils, the only healthy oil you should be consuming is olive oil, organic coconut oil, avocado oil. Basically, that's it. Okay, and butter. Butter is actually very healthy. It's margarine that you want to stay away from. So that's the first reason. The food is highly processed and there's very little food, very little nutrient density in the food to begin with. Second reason that Americans are obese is for corporate profits. All right, they put things in our food, especially the shelf foods, all right, that attack and manipulate the receptors in our brains and taste buds to make us crave the food even more. Now, these are additives that they say are more addictive than cocaine. Sugar is one of them, but they increase these addictive qualities in the food by putting additives in there. There's a hunger hormone called ghrelin, all right, that we all have. It taps in and says, okay, you've had enough to eat, you're full. Sugar, processed refined chemicals, shut that down. That's why when you eat a bag of chips or some pretzels or Danish or a donut, you can't eat just one, just like the Lay's commercial, because those receptors are shut down, so you don't really feel full. That's why you notice you can eat a full-blown dinner, sweet potato, steak, chicken, whatever, rice, and you're starting to get kind of full, but you can grab 3 bags of potato chips or a half a pizza and eat it, even though you were full off of the whole foods. That's because these processed foods, these foods that they're putting processed chemicals in, they have the ability to shut down your hunger hormone, ghrelin, and they attack and manipulate the receptors in your brain and your tongue that let you know that you are full. It's a travesty, it's a crime. That's why you have to use your willpower to overcome that, or not put the chip in your mouth to begin with. This is a crime, and that's why we got to take back our power. All these foods in the middle shelves, the middle aisles of the supermarkets and the stores, they're designed to take back your power, to take your power. They're designed to destroy your willpower because the stuff is so addictive. There's actually a chemical process that goes on in your brain when you eat these highly refined, highly fat, and immensely coated sugar products. Sugar's a cancer. Sugar causes cancer. All right, and that also has a very addictive quality. They say sugar itself is 10 times more addictive than cocaine. Corporate profit. The resolution to that, the remedy, is to try to swap out those snacks for healthy snacks. Go to your Whole Food store. Go to Whole Foods. Go to your health food store, guys. The third reason why Americans are obese is toxins in the food. Actual toxins. All right. Most of our bread is banned in China, all right, because it has ingredients. A lot of it has ingredients that they use in yoga mats. Chewing gum, at least the Bubblicious and some of the other brands had ingredients that they use to make rubber in factories and warehouses and plastics. It's a travesty when you actually look into how some of these foods, these processed foods or unnatural foods or foods in the stores are made. And basically anything with an ingredient list that's anywhere from multiple sentences to one to more paragraphs, it's not natural, guys. A myriad of chemicals and additives have been added to this to make it taste the way it does, to make it look the way it does, all right? And a lot of this marketing goes towards our kids. The Lucky Charms, boxes of cereal, the Captain Crunch, Fruity Pebbles. If you look at those boxes of cereals, guys, you see that they're all very colorful and happy and playful. That's not by accident, that's by design. You know, just like the jab, babe. They're trying to attack and give it to kids that are freaking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. And the food industry is no different. You know, they're targeting the younger generation, which will be, our next generation, which will be the population of the earth. And when you can target that and control the young generation, then you control the future. That's why it's so imperative, guys, for us to make better food choices, all right, and better health choices in general. The chemicals that are put in these foods is ridiculous. They're non-food based chemicals, and that's what causes cancer. The number four reason that Americans are obese is lack of portion control. All right, and this goes without saying. This is relevant for whole food snacks, desserts, whatever, drinks. Typically, your proteins should be about 1/4 to 1/3 of your plate. Okay, 2/3 or 3/4 of your plate should be vegetables or healthy grains, low inflammatory carbs. And that's the thing. Yeah, you still have to have the portion a smaller size where you eat it and you're just full. You eat just enough so you're full, medium full, not over full, not bloated. So portion control is a big epidemic, and like I said, this kind of piggybacks onto the processed food, pizza, chips, lasagna, even something like that, brownies, cakes, ice cream. That's a big one. Your hunger hormone is shut down, and you're eating well beyond what you need to, in order for your body to be able to store the fat and get rid of it efficiently. So portion control comes along with, immediately deciding how much of each thing you need, and say, okay, I got an 8-ounce steak, I got a half a cup of rice, all right, I have 3 spears of asparagus. That's it. That's the fifth reason why Americans are obese, overly obese, is an absurd number of fast food venues in the surrounding neighborhoods. And when you travel out of the regular big metropolitan cities and you get into more rural areas, you find that there's an abundance, overpopulation, or saturation of unhealthy fast food venues. Establishments like Burger King, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, you got McDonald's, Taco Bell, In-N-Out Burger, wherever coast you live on, all right? There is nothing healthy about those foods that you can put them up next to a sweet potato or a 100% grass-fed steak or asparagus. Nothing those restaurants serve on the nutrient level of these whole foods. And in fact, they're not only diminished in nutritional value, they have additives that make them toxic, unhealthy, raise your blood pressure, can lead to diabetes and other diseases. So there's an unsavory amount of fast food joints in all like small towns and cities restaurants, not the metropolitan cities, but when you live in upper class neighborhoods, this is a big problem. Few and far between, you'll see restaurants few and far between, but when you do, they'll be upscale, high-end 5-star restaurants. Going to the more rural areas or lower income areas, smaller towns, There's a Popeyes on every corner. There's a Chick-fil-A, which is kind of in the middle. Chick-fil-A does have some healthy salads and options, but there's a Popeyes, there's a McDonald's, there's a Burger King, there's a Taco Bell, there's a Pizza Hut, there's Domino's on every other corner. And that is not by accident, guys. That's by design. So the solution to that is you have to make a conscious decision. Say, listen, I want some chicken tonight. Let's go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. No. Go to the supermarket. Go to the supermarket, get yourself some pasture-raised chicken, all right? Get some olive oil, coconut oil, and bake it yourself. You know, if you want it fried, at least cook it in some healthy oils. Cook half fried and the other half of the serving baked. And add some healthy sides to that, all right? That's the solution. You have to start somewhere because if you're 30, 40, 50, there's still time. Guys, the number 6 thing on this list, which is one of the first of these 2 extras, bonuses, is probably the most important thing on this list. Lack of exercise. You saw me doing pull-ups at the beginning of this video. Guys, you gotta start moving. If you're women, you know, if you have hormonal issues, that's the start. Exercise is a catalyst, all right? Whether it's yoga, whether it's walking, you start slow, you make baby steps, and then you increase the volume or you increase the intensity of your movement. All right, start by walking. After a couple of weeks, start by some mild, light jogging. Outside or on the treadmill, Stairmaster, elliptical, anything, all right? Do some yoga stretches at home, kettlebell exercises at home. There's kettlebell exercises and resistance band exercises you can do right at home. Just put on one of your TV apps and do a workout. Guys, you gotta start moving. One of the biggest reasons for American obesity is people don't move anymore. And it used to be that they just sat down in front of at a desk in an office, but now it's not even that. It's Netflix, it's Uber Eats, it's not getting up and moving your body to go do things that we used to do all the time. The lack of exercise, running outside as kids, childhood obesity is an epidemic in this country because kids don't want to go outside and play anymore, and their parents aren't advocating them to go outside and play or get involved in more sports or extracurricular activities. PlayStation, Xbox, online gaming, that's all cool, but you have to have a balance, okay? There should be more exercise than online gaming. Online gaming should be down here, all right? Netflix should be down here, all right? Talking on the phone, laying up, watching TV, trailers and soaps should be down here. Exercise should be up here, and that's the problem. You have to make a change early. The earlier you make this change, the more years you add on to the end of your life, okay? You gotta start exercising, people. Get a gym membership. If you're a little bit daunted or intimidated, overwhelmed, get a girlfriend, you know, get a guy, you know, get a cousin, mom, daughter, sister, brother, whatever, to help you get your motivation, ring your bell, work you up every morning to get in the gym. You gotta start moving, guys. When you start moving your blood, you start burning fat calories. You have to start moving. The last bonus kind of piggybacks off of number 5. Number 7, our ladies, young women, and mothers need to start cooking healthy meals at home. Start cooking more at home. The average household in America eats out 5 times a week, 5 days a week. And that's not saying that they don't eat, you know, in addition to that, they may eat more toxic fried and junk food at home even before or after eating out that day. But the average American eats out 5 days a week. That's a problem. You gotta start cooking at home, guys. Our young ladies and women need to get back into the mode of cooking healthy meals at home. But meal prep saves you from ingesting toxic food all day at work and out in your normal life, your day-to-day grind. So if you can meal prep some chicken, some steak, have these prep containers, glass, BPA-free plastics, whatever you choose, asparagus, rotate your vegetables, spinach, sweet potatoes, quinoa, whatever you like, salmon. Guys, you gotta do that. If you have your food in front of you and you take it with you to work and it's prepped and it's cooked at home, you know what's in it. Olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil. Also, you can season it the way you like. You know the way you like your food. You can cook it healthy, you can bake it, you can steam it. You can cook it at home, and that way when you take it, your meal prepped food with you, you have it with you, and you can keep full, satiated all day, and you're less likely to grab snacks at work or grab snacks, in between training sessions, or grab snacks at the office or in between, breaks and stuff. When you have it in front of you and you can fill up off whole foods that you made, that you cooked, the chances of you going out and getting stuff outside, fried, over sugary foods, highly salted foods is very low. You gotta start cooking at home. All right, that's it. That's my rant. I hope that wasn't too long, but I love all you guys. Check out all my fitness, nutrition, and wellness content on Manny's Fitness Fortress. That is our mission here. I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.